answer. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay,
Go ahead.
this was a funny
Here
story.
comes the bad stuff. Oh,
I
go
got to
ahead.
go and listen to a Navajo code talker speak one time, and one of the stories he told when they're out in the jungle. Of course, when you're out in the jungle, you don't know where sounds coming from, and and a lot of the troops were trigger happy and nervous because the Japanese loved night attacks. This was at night, and uh, of course, they were trigger happy. So they were sitting there, and all of a sudden they hear some noise, and this one I don't know if it's vision or not, but anyway, one of the soldiers started opening fire. Everybody shot. Pretty soon, next thing you know, everybody's firing. Tracer fire, things are exploding, and then finally the commanding officer's screaming to stop shooting. Next thing they know, a big old boar comes wandering out of the jungle.
Book a dagger! Book a dagger!
Fire. They just decided to call him Porky after that.
Oh,
Something like that, but it involved a field of goats. So they were on patrol. It's a short story. So they were on patrol, and the A&A, Afghan National Army, a couple of hundred. Well, they heard a bunch of rustling. They thought they were going to be ambushed at pitch black night, and they started opening up with the 50 cals. The ground troops didn't know what the hell was going on, so they opened up on the ground. The people from the transports got out of the transports and went ham where the noise was coming from. For about 6 hours, they heard groaning and moaning, and when they woke, and when the day finally came, they found out that they mowed down the entire villagers' sheep.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
20, 30 sheep dead.
I don't know if I want to know where the moaning and groaning was coming from.
Them dying. Well, I guess they're
Yeah, like I said, there weren't a lot of funny stories that the veterans told me. But yeah, so I was trying to remember the best ones because a lot of the stories that I heard were not great.
I hope they made
The
some
ones
stew
that
out of
opened
that.
up and talked about.
I'm gonna go sit over here quietly and eat my Pop-Tart.
you are a fuck site.
I'll be right back. Give me some lemonade.
And Twinkie.
Complete secondaries, yay!
I'll see if I can think of another good one. I don't know because, like I said, there were only a few, and these are from all types of veterans. I've gotten to meet tons of veterans over the years.
I could not say good chat.
Wow.
I had no idea what everybody had.
Tens of nines.
I think I told the story about the landmine, the IED in the Abrams tank. If you all want to hear that one again.
Could be fun. Not for the
well,
tank, but...
This was like a God moment. This was like, thank you, God. I got to talk with a Gulf War veteran, first Gulf War. He drove an Abrams. Well, they're driving down this road, and I think this was during the big offensive during Schwarzkopf's famous left hook maneuver. And they're driving down. I don't know if he participated in the Battle of something Easting or whatever that big tank battle that happened west of Kuwait. But anyway, he's driving along, and he doesn't know what came over him. Something told him to stop the tank. He saw a little something in the road, but he didn't know. He didn't really think much of it, but something told him to stop. He slammed on the brakes, and the tank commander was like, what's going on? Why'd you stop?
I'm back. Stop
Yep,
what?
welcome back. And he
Hey,
says, "Sir,
Vic,
I think
just
there's an
gonna go see a
IED
man
in the
about a
road."
horse.
And he had no idea what.
And stretch your legs. Be back soon. Enjoy the cartoons. Eat some snacks. Dance around. Meanwhile, enjoy the cartoons. I'm too impatient for this waiting. I just wanna see the show. I'm too impatient for this waiting. I just wanna see the show. Cartoons while you're eating your snacks. It's cartoons while you're dancing around. It's cartoons. Here's a little Neil dance with cartoons. I'm too impatient, 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 too impatient, too impatient, too cartoons, 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 cartoons. Let's take a break and stretch your legs. Be back soon. Enjoy the cartoons. Eat some snacks. Dance around. Meanwhile, enjoy the cartoons. I'm too impatient for this waiting. I just wanna see the show. I'm too impatient for this waiting. I just wanna see the show. Cartoons while you're eating your snacks. It's cartoons while you're dancing around. It's cartoons. Here's a little Neil dance with cartoons. I'm too impatient, 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 too impatient, too impatient, too cartoons, 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 cartoons.
Small nearby cities supplied our water, and they like blowing the main line, but we did our 75-meter cordon, and this guy shows up. Everybody's trying to come into work, but this guy shows up and everybody flocks to him. I'm like, okay, red flag. And I go over and tell my vehicle commander, and he radios it up, and it gets sent up the line. 30 minutes after we leave, we get the okay to shoot him because he's number 14 on the most wanted list. He just barely didn't make the cards. It's like, damn it. The one guy I should have shot.
Whoops.
Oh,
Yeah,
I got a fucked up story for you. Since we're talking about fucked up stories. All right. So our base was cut off. We've been cut off for 2 or 3 months. We were running out of cigarettes, and it was a very desperate time for people that were smoking. And that day was the day I decided to stop smoking. Oh, I went to vape. So what had happened was I noticed that within the 3rd month, one of my friends was smoking a cigarette. I was like, dude, you have fucking smokes? Where'd you get those? He goes, well, I got them from the Afghan National Army guys. I go, really? Can I have one? He goes, no, man, these are way too expensive. I paid way too much. I said, well...
Take it up the ass.
No. So, about later that day, I was working on some stuff, and I noticed that some A&A guys were smoking the same brand. I was like, hey, man, you smoke the same brand my friend does. He goes, oh, yeah, your friend came up to us and wanted some cigarettes. We sold it to him. I go, well, shit, how much did you charge? He goes, he sucked our dicks. I was like, you know what? I don't think I want to smoke anymore.
Holy shit.
Wait a minute. He got his dick sucked and then was given a pack of cigarettes?
He sucked
Oh.
dicks.
Well, that's where you got to find your gay buddy and say, you know what? We need 3 packs of cigarettes, pal. Get in there.
After that.
But that badly, I'm good, man.
Okay. I remember. I remember the story. This was just a few years ago that this happened.
Bro looks at them. He's like, I started vaping. It's actually a great option.
Yeah, and there's a side effect too. I don't have to suck anybody's dick for it. Anyway, one of the German veterans that I grew up knowing, he was attending one of the reenactments that we had in our area a long time ago. I don't know if they still do them as much as they used to. Well, anyway, he was sitting there, and he's in his maybe late 70s at this point, something like that. And they were watching a D-Day reenactment. And after it was over, this younger guy that was sitting next to him, this younger guy sitting next to him looked over and says, "That was pretty cool, wasn't it?" He leans over and he goes, "I was there." And the guy's eyes grew about as big as saucers. It's like, yeah, I was there. In his thick German accent, I was there.
I was
there. He was.
You ever read the story about Christopher Lee, Sir Christopher Lee? When they were doing the
Superman guy?
No. He played. He was famous for his Dracula roles, and he played Saruman in the Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah, okay.
Brilliant, man.
So, one scene where he gets he gets stabbed and stuff.
Oh yeah, I know the story. Yeah.
And the director goes, no. When I want you to sound like this when it happens. He goes, "Have you ever heard what it sounds like when a man gets stabbed in the back?"
Yeah, it's like they go. Yeah. Yeah, he had real world experience with that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He was also the only cast member for the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit.
A shield, suck my ass.
He was the only cast member on Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit to actually meet Tolkien.
A big fan.
And he's actually related to
Debbie
who's
from
the one
Dallas.
that wrote the Bond books. Fleming, yeah, he was a
Ian.
relative of Fleming too. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. I wish I could have met him, even if it was just to shake his hand and say,
that this man also like had a metal band, and it was.
Oh, yeah.
I heard some of it.
Yeah, he did. He sure did. Dude, ridiculous.
I think I
Everything all guys aspire to be.
I could tell you how that German veteran friend of mine how he escaped POW camp. That was quite an ordeal. He
Really,
was captured
Vic?
at the end of the war. He was captured at the end of the war. I think in May of '45 by the Americans, I believe. The Americans
some of that
turned him
paint
over
off.
to the Russians, which that was not supposed to happen. Well, he ended up being in a Soviet POW camp for years, and he was supposed to be executed on multiple occasions because he was an officer. He was in the Waffen SS. It didn't matter. No matter whether you were.
How did you get into this story from the other story that was original from another story about
We're talking about veterans. We're talking about veterans.
Your branch talking, sir. Calm down. You're gonna go for your time, man.
He's already like an old man ranting about war stories, man. Like
I'm living vicariously through the veterans that I've met over the years. Yeah, not quite, but yeah. Well, he was supposed to be executed because he had an officer and all that. When he got captured, he had to throw away his medals, took off his insignias and all that. It didn't matter if you were involved in a war crime or not, which he wasn't, thank goodness. But just because he wore the uniform, they wanted to. Well, from what the research that I did. His division, the division he was a part of, unfortunately did commit some war crimes, but there were specific units in that division.
And they were all his idea.
He wasn't part of that, thankfully.
I don't know what you're talking about something.
Anyway, he was supposed to be executed, but something happened that kept delaying his execution over and over and over again. Just imagine living in the shadow of death like that. Not just combat, but the fact that you're supposed to be executed at some point. But one day, I was out in the prison yard, and a bunch of the German prisoners started a fight. I don't remember if it was on purpose or not, but they started a fight, and all the Soviet guards were distracted. So he looked back at the prisoners, took one look at the woods, and he ran. That's how he was able to get
Oh,
away.
Steve McQueen.